In Season 5, Rodney and Brian sent me a message, say, hey, let's get on, let's run some 3v3. And as luck would have it, we saw none other than Portland Trailblazer DeAndre Ayton. So he was running a shooting guard, a two-way inside-out ISO creator, and I drew the matchup as the guard for Team 2K TV. And the first sign that I was going to be in trouble, he's averaging almost 15 points a game in the city. That is wild in a game to 21. First play, he darts past me on a backdoor and slams it home, and I knew I needed to ready up my game quickly. So I dart up court, I actually got by him and slammed one down on my own, which felt fantastic. He dunks past me again, 11-10, and I'm like, yeah, this team knows what they're doing. DeAndre is clearly capable in 2K. Final score, 21-12. Yeah, they pretty much shut us out from there, but so much fun was had. And this is just what's great about playing 2K in the city. Earlier in the year, we ran into Keon Ellis in the rec.
Yeah, we got this one.
So you're just messing around.
Nice take.
I played with Draymond Green from the Warriors randomly. You just don't know. Could be a celebrity, could be an NBA star. There's so much fun to be had, even if it's just with your friends making memories. That's why I 2K.
All right, how many siblings do I have? Is it 2, 4, 6, or 8? Now, if you went to 6, enjoy that VC, man.
The 2K Share feature is where you can create or download My NBA Leagues created by the 2K community.
Browse through countless leagues or set up your My NBA save any way you like.
This includes full customization of the teams, rules, and the ability to share to anyone.
This is a perfect way to explore eras of the past, experiment with players or draft classes from multiple eras, or create rule combinations that have never existed anywhere else.
In a way, it's your chance to make and share your own version of professional basketball.
Once you're ready to share, go to the options, upload a scenario, and send out your favorite My NBA scenario for the 2K community to check out. Enjoy the fun. There's nothing else like it in sports gaming, only in 2K. Today we have your affiliation leads here today to talk about our Season 7 builds. My Elite versus Shakedown's Rise. You're up 1 on us, Shake, so I have to give the fans a build to compete with that. How you doing today? What build do you have in store for the fans?
What up? It's your boy Shake. Shout out to Rise and all my Rise compadres. This time around, I went with a 2-way, 3-level shot creator. Little bit of everything and a whole lot of problem for the rest of the community.
All right, so take us through why you made this build and submitted it for the game.
Now, that's a good question. Initially, I made the build to relieve my teammates of the pressure of having to play on-ball defense. And this way, I could play on-ball defense and still orchestrate the offense.
And what are some of the things that separates this build from other builds you made? Why did you focus on this specifically? Like, was it a badge threshold? What were the things that really put this build over the top?
Primarily, this build was designed to be a 1v1 build. I gave him a high interior defense with a 6'3" build that has a 95 ball handle. So he's not going to stop every big, but he can definitely make you miss and get a board. So this build was initially made to make it difficult for people to beat me 1v1. And now I've just been having fun with the build in every mode. What about you, Chris?
Big D, Dallas, Texas, the location for the Spurs. The veteran floor general Chris Paul, with his playmaking and leadership, he knows what much. Welcome everyone to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. Here's the starting group for the San Antonio Spurs. Paul and Castle comprise the backcourt. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. And it's Vassell in at the small forward position. And for the Mavericks, Davis out there with Daniel Gafford. Then it's MP. Then there's Najee Marshall. And it's Irving in at the 1. You know, in game 2 of a back-to-back, just how drained are you from yesterday as a player?
You know, BA, proper rest and stretching can help a lot, but you're not going to be your usual self at the start of game time. Believe that.
And it's blocked by Davis. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
I'm going to be honest, like, Anthony Davis could do this all night. Inside the paint, his frame just gives him too much of an advantage.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Dallas's head coach. He said they spent all week watching film on Victor Wembanyama, trying to find flaws that they could take advantage of. No such luck. So their mission tonight is to try to make someone else beat them, which coach admits could be fool's errand.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
You know, Kyrie really does have some of the best handles in the league, which is why he is so devastating in a one-on-one situation. It's something you got to watch out for.
Kyrie Irving, 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Irving. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Greg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio. They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Shams, appreciate the report. Down low. Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
I respect how hard Davis works to involve his team. Doesn't want this game to be a one-man show.
Here's a 3 from Paul. Counted from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. Ooh, poked away. MP with it. Now guarded by Sohan. Pass to Irving. Over Paul.
Paul's a pesky defender, no doubt about it.
Top of the key jumper, no good. Sohan, the pass to Paul. Wembanyama against Gafford. Wembanyama down low. And that misses. That would have put him up.
That's just a bucket. Look, you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Here's Gafford. Cashes in the 12-footer. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. Well, Richard, we know how decorated AD was early on in his career. What can we expect from him moving forward?
Oh, he was getting Defensive Player of the Year and MVP votes back then. If he can get back to that level, he's going to be an absolute focal point for a long time coming.
San Antonio with the ball. They trail by 3. Paul passes to Vassell. Wembanyama up top. Sohan outside. 4 on the clock. Davis with a rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds now. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. On the take. Lays it up and banks it in. Davis has got his second bucket on the night.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. Dallas leading by 5. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Here's Marshall. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And adding to this lead right now. riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow. He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Now here's MP. On the wing, Irving. And he banks in the layup.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Vassell with it. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game. On the wing, Irving. The three. Knocks it down from distance. Irving's got 7 points.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, they're in control on both ends of the court, and it's always impressive when you build a double-digit lead in the first quarter.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama, 7'4", skilled. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled.
And down it goes, 2 points. 9 points in the game.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And it's Paul with the ball for San Antonio. It's a 10-point game. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Lakers in their last game.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And they backed it up with their play, got production from everyone, and they were able to walk the walk on the offensive end.
And that one's good. Irving.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. The last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks.
It really just wasn't a fun game for them. Their offense looked stagnant, and they couldn't get anything going.
It seemed like any time they strung together a few baskets, they just went ice cold so quickly.
Paul finds Wembanyama. Here's Castle. And it's Irving with a rebound. MP outside. Now Gafford. And so far, he's averaging 7 points a game. MP, the pass to Davis. 6 to shoot. Irving for 3. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. Spurs trail by 10. Sohan with the ball. And Davis picks him up defensively. Castle for 3. Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pass to MP. And here's Gafford. It's stolen. Here's Sohan. Still without a bucket.
How about Castle? He'll take any chance he gets to finish with power.
The Mavericks lead by 8. Here's Irving. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Vassell outside. Back to Paul. And it's Irving with a rebound. Paul's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Marshall. Turned in an outstanding game against Utah. Davis, that's good.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Spurs trail by 12. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Basket's good.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
Irving, the pass to MP. On the wing, Davis. Sohan covering. Davis with it. He's against Sohan. Pass to Irving. 5 to shoot. Over Castle. Again, Dallas.
Hey, he's been efficient and effective. He's already hit 6 buckets out of 8 looks.
Here's Castle, covered by MP. Castle misses.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
MP, the pass to Davis. Soft touch off the glass. Davis has got 8 points.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
Pass to Sohan. Here's Castle. Takes the 3. That won't go. Just 2 for 7 shooting.
Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they are trailing in this ball game.
Gafford with the ball. And out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And a check on the league leaders now with the top shooting teams over the previous 10. Number 1, Dallas.
It's been a great run for them, kind of shooting the basketball. You love when multiple guys get into a groove at the same time.
Oh, there's the alley. Sohan outside. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And the Mavericks with some changes. Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Washington comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Thompson in for Irving. Thompson passes to MP. Over to the wing. Washington outside. Second chance effort. And Lively with the lay-in. It's good. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
And it's Washington missing. And so Paul will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. To get back on track. Lively grabs a miss.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
2 minutes remaining.
Washington up top.
2 minutes.
The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Pass to Barnes. Outside Paul. Here's Champagny. Puts up a deep 3, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Exum's checked in for Dallas. Dinwiddie comes in for MP.
Substitution on the court.
San Antonio with the ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Najee Marshall is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Daniel Gafford. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's MP in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. On the wing, Irving. Outside Davis. Pass to Marshall. Throws it up high. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Vassell. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone. That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Ooh, we're getting a chance to see Johnson's athleticism. This man can really get up and throw it down.
On the wing, Davis. Deflected. They retain possession. Here's Castle. Last game, he had 28 points. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Davis has got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's MP. Getting it done inside. MP.
I I like how assertive MP is down there. No question that he's got the skills to score in the paint.
Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Castle, covered by MP. Gafford with the block, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Gafford. And San Antonio making a change here. Sohan's checked in. Here's Johnson. In his last outing, 16 points for him. 3 on the clock. Spurs need to get one up here. San Antonio again can't hit.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a play, and he does it without fouling.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Victor Wembanyama is looking to make the Spurs a contender. He said, my hunger is bigger than ever to win and compete. I can get so much better, and this is what I'm trying to do every game, every week, and every month. There's no need to be frustrated. I keep my long-term goals in mind.
Passion and patience. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Now a timeout called by San Antonio. Over his career, Anthony Davis has averaged 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Those are career numbers, Richard.
It's a very short list of players who have done that. Single digits. Pair his scoring with his defensive abilities, and you've got a problem.
Back to Wembanyama. Pass to Sohan. And the rebound goes to Dallas. They led by as many as 18. They defeated Utah in their last game.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one. And that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, they just pummeled them from the perimeter. Did a nice job working the ball around and getting those high percentage looks.
The shot by Sohan, no good.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
MP, the pass to Davis. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists tonight.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Sohan, right side. MP against Vassell. Over MP. Vassell's shot is good. Vassell's got 8.
He's shooting well, doing his best to keep this offense in gear, but he hasn't had a lot of support.
Now here's Irving. Not a lot of room. Step back and squared up. 17 points in the game.
Just another night at the office for Kyrie. What an incredible offensive talent.
Pass to Sohan. Vassell outside. It's stolen by MP. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. And Irving gets it to go.
I just love the ball movement.
Spurs trail by 20. Vassell outside. Here's Castle. He's guarded by Irving. MP against Vassell. 5 on the clock. The shot by Johnson, no good. And Dallas with possession. They're on a 14-4 run. MP, the pass to Gafford. Back to MP. Now here's Davis. Out to the right wing. Here's Marshall, covered by Johnson. Marshall with the bucket.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Here's Castle. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that in Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. And Dallas making a change here. Christie's checked in. Out to the right wing. Back to MP. Pass to Irving. Elbow shot. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
And very few teams rely on mid-range jumpers nowadays, but that's been their preferred way of finding points.
Outside Johnson. Here's Barnes. Lets it go from deep.
Dallas foul. Najee Marshall. First personal foul.
Lively. He's checked in for the Mavericks.
Coming onto the floor for your Mavericks. Lively.
Here's Castle, covered by MP. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. The Mavericks making a switch here. Washington's checked in. Mamukelashvili's checked in for San Antonio. Champagnie comes in for Vassell. Here's Barnes. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Clock at 4. Misses off the right iron. Irving looking around. Pass to MP. Over to the wing. Here's Christie. He's guarded by Barnes. Basket counts.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Castle. And he dunks it down.
Now that's how you power it home.
Aggressive to the rim and a thunder finish. Washington outside. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Outside Barnes. Pass to Castle. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Outside Irving. 11 feet out. Another one falls for Dallas.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Here's Castle, covered by MP. Got it. Castle's got 8 here in this quarter.
And for a guard, Castle loves to take his game in deep and challenge those bigger defenders.
Washington right side.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Rebound by San Antonio.
Well, despite some uneven shooting for them, they're still out in front.
Champagnie, the pass to Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
Lively inside, covered by Wembanyama. Washington outside. Tries it from the top of the key. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Champagnie. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2. Dallas leading by 18. Outside Irving. To the inside. Off target at the rim.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Here's Champagnie. He's guarded by Irving. Here's Wembanyama. Yep, that one goes. Wembanyama's got 14 points.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
On the wing, MP. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 18.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
24 seconds left to play in the half. Clock at 6. Pass to Champagny. From deep three-point range, the Mavericks pull it in. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Here's Irving. The shot's good. Irving's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Kyrie Irving has been on display for the Mavericks. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back after this word. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Well, you look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he's been everywhere.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
So on the floor for the Spurs, Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Paul and Castle comprise the backcourt, and it's Vassell in at small forward. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Outside Davis, going inside, and finished off by Davis.
For a powerful guy now, Davis is also graceful. Look, he can just smoothly work his way inside to the shot.
Paul passes to Wembanyama. Sohan outside, pass to Paul. Davis with a rebound. Davis has got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Here's Marshall. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Vassell. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. From 20 feet. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Gafford's got his 5th rebound in this one. Davis with it, and it's Paul picking him up. Davis, the pass to MP. On the wing, Irving. The baseline J is on the way. And the dunk by Gafford.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Paul against Gafford. Can't connect from short range.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Daniel Gafford picks one up. His 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Sandro Mamukelishvili at the line for 1.
Mind the lane. 1 shot.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
And so it's Dallas with it. MP, the pass to Washington. On the wing, Irving. Over Barnes. And Irving, the bucket on the assist by Washington. Irving's got 29 points.
When you play with stars like LeBron, Harden, KD, look, Kyrie has learned how to operate off the ball.
Here's Mamukelishvili. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game.
2 minutes remaining in the 3rd.
Washington outside.
2 minutes.
Back to MP. Pass to Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got 6 here in the quarter.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Outside Wembanyama. Now Johnson. Washington grabs the miss.
Can't get anything to go this period. Seems like he's hit a wall.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. They'll pin that one on Harrison Barnes.
One of the most creative guards that we have ever seen. Irving is just so unpredictable with the ball in his hands.
Both free throws good from Irving. A minute 20 left in the 3rd quarter. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Wembanyama against Lively. Wembanyama, no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. MP outside to the wing, right side. Into the lane. Christie. It's good. Off the glass. Christie's got his second basket on the night.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Wembanyama, the pass to Mamukelashvili, and he gets the bucket.
Great find there from the big man, Wemby.
They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Shoots from the elbow. Another one falls for Dallas.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
Here's Castle. He's guarded by Irving. Here's Wembanyama. No good off the glass. And Dallas with possession. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run.
And I like how MP made the pass, connecting with his teammate.
San Antonio with the ball. Outside Wembanyama. To the left side wing. Here's Castle. Here's Mamukelashvili. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Dallas holding a massive 34-point lead to end the quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of it.
Getting ready for the Mavericks. Gafford, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Marshall comes in for Martin. Thompson, he's checked in for Christie. And MP subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Exum with it, working on Barnes. More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17.